What's up and welcome back to my channel, y'all. I'm Krizz'Tina and I'm gonna be doing this full face today. We are chatting. I'm not getting ready to go anywhere. I'm just doing my makeup. So if you want to see how I did it, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss nothing, baby, and let's get started. I decided to sit down today and just go through the motions. This is going to be one of those, what do we used to call them, chit chat get ready with me videos, right? I have a couple of things that I'm trying today that I've already tried for the first time, but I'm going to give them another go and let y'all know my thoughts in the process. So I'm going to start off with this lip plumper from Too Faced. This is their Maximum Plump Lip Injection Gloss. This is really good for anybody who wants to experience a little bit of tingling. This don't do it for me no more. It used to, but the one that I like the most is the one from NYX Cosmetics, their Duck Plump. That one is intense if you want an intense one. If you follow me on Instagram or TikTok, you might know that I've been doing an Anastasia Beverly Hills brow. These three products, it's kind of hard to read. Since my eyebrows are hiding underneath this wig for now, I don't have to do too much to them, but I have been planning to cut them off. Don't know when I'm gonna do it, but I've been planning it, y'all. I've been planning. So I'm using the Brow Wiz. This is a classic product. This pencil specifically is really, really nice because it has a fine point, but it's not so small that you will wind up breaking it while trying to fill out your eyebrows. And the shade that I'm using is Granite. I'm going to have everything linked below, obviously, for y'all. Sometimes I do and sometimes I don't, so don't depend on it. If you want to know what product I'm using, drop a comment, and I will gladly give you the link. It will be an affiliate link, though, so if you purchase anything through that link, I will get a little bit of coin. And when I say a little bit, I mean a little bit, but a little goes a long way. Now, Anastasia herself says this should be the last step in your brow routine. And I'm not going to say she's wrong, I'm not. But when it comes to me and my brows, honey, I have to lay them down before I use the brow pen. So I'm going to take her Brow Freeze Gel. And this is Maximum Hold, y'all, okay? That edge control that got to be glued that y'all be putting on your eyebrows, that's what this is, in a nice convenient package. And I use it just like I do my what is that called, my other brow gel that I used to use all the time, which, don't get me wrong, I still have plenty of those, but you know, I'm trying to be one of the girlies that uses up what she has instead of jumping from product to product and never really using up anything. So one at a time, y'all, one at a time. So if you're somebody who has fine hairs that tend to not lay down with brow gel, this is for you, girl. And I like how the packaging feels too, that it's not slippery. I love that. Last but not least, the brow pen. Oh, I always have to take a look at it to make sure it's not too juicy, because these right here, when I tell you I've had these for so long, I do need to bring my mirror a little bit closer so I can see. And then I just come along the areas where, you know, we're a little sparse. Had to make sure my camera was recording. And then I sweep across. Yeah. This is what getting distracted looks like. Boom. Right in my little Forever Mood soap opera candle jar. This is the concealer I'm going to use. It's from Milk Cosmetics. It's 21W. I don't think they have more than one concealer, so anymore, anyway. I don't know. It is their number 18 brush. Alright. I really like this brush because it's got a curve to it. And it's dense enough to apply the product, but the bristles aren't so thick that I can't get a nice clean thin line, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully I'm in focus, y'all. I am so sorry if I'm not in focus. I'm gonna go ahead and bring this zone right here. So there's an actual makeup look that I wanted to recreate, and we're gonna do that today because I have time, and why not, you know? So the look we're gonna be doing is this one. Hopefully y'all can see it. From Jenna on Instagram. I'll leave her Instagram down below so y'all can check her out, because baby, she be coming up with the looks, girl, and I love the glitter and the shimmer, so we gonna get into this. We're going to get into this. Forgot what I was doing. Yeah, this is the look we're gonna get into. So, gonna use the Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadow primer, and I'm taking this brush from MAC called the 270S brush. It is a concealer brush, but it's also dense enough for me to apply my primer evenly across my eyelids. So that's what we're gonna do with it today. The first palette I'm going to use is this one from Kaleidos. This is called the Escape Pod, and the color that I'm going to start with is Terrace right here, and that's going to go in the inner and outer corner. I'm using this as a base for the red that I'm going to put down. It's going to be more burgundy than red, but I'm using it as a base because I want to have depth and dimension along with that color. So we're just gonna lay these down right here. I'm using a 217 brush from MAC Cosmetics as well, and I'm gonna go ahead and shape this into that cute little cat eye shape. And I'm doing that by tapping and moving my brush upward. That way I don't create any harsh lines in the process of doing this. I'm being super light-handed, by the way, because I don't want to blow this further than I need it to go, okay? So this is a halo eye that Jenna has done. And of course with recreations, you can either try to completely replicate it or just do your own thing, which is typically what winds up happening with me because I get a little sidetracked, but that's okay. So I'm just going to bring this out and try to make sure that your centers match, especially if you don't plan on going back in with eyeshadow primer. Try to make sure that they look similar, so whenever you open and close your eyes, you don't have any funky differences going on. So I'm going to switch to the Norvina. I think this is the volume 3. Yep, volume 3 palette, and I'm using the shade E2. This is a burgundy shade. I'm going to put this right on top of that brown that I started with. This palette is pigments, so a little bit goes a very, very long way, especially when you're using colors that basically complement each other. And this brush I'm using is from the Makeup Shack. It's called number T. It's T88. And I'm being really light-handed and just go ahead and blowing that out. Same thing on this side. I'm going to bring it inward like that. Again, being super light-handed. Okay, and then once I get out here, I'm going to blend in the direction I want this to go, which is up and over, right? So out here, like that, and then just a nice little connection. Ooh. And I'm being really light-handed. I cannot stress that enough, because the heavier your hand is, especially if you're using a brush that can pick up a lot of product, the harder it's going to be for you to blend out them lines, okay? I know y'all probably going to be like, girl, how many brushes is you going to use? Another one. I'm going to take Tango from the Kaleidos palette, just because it looks like it might be the closest match. And I'm going to pop that right on top of that red. And if you haven't noticed, we're essentially layering the colors darkest to lightest. And this is going to help with making sure everything gradiates really pretty. Eee! I hope I'm in focus, y'all. I'm so sorry if I'm not. I'm gonna be sorry if I'm not in focus. I'm putting it right on top of the red, and then I'm being really light-handed and blending it out. And of course, If you find that you've lost a little bit of the dimension or anything like that, feel free to go back in with your deeper shades. It's really all about layering and finding your preferences. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. So I'm going to take a little bit more of that dark brown that I started with, and I'm going to use it to define what I got going on here, right? Because I don't want to lose the shape that I'm recreating. This is why I like layering the colors darkest to lightest too, because if I need to go back in with the darker shade, it's going to be easier to blend it all together the way I want. Okay, so now I'm just checking my shape up in here with all these colors. I don't want it to be wonky. I typically like when my brow bone, you know, is a little bit lighter, like there's not too much going on over there. So I will bring my other colors up here towards the front of my brow bone. Then I'm going to go back in with a little bit more of that burgundy, and this time I'm using this brush to do it. Y'all see how I'm building this up? So with my eye shape, it's like color here, wave down, wing out, right? So do this in a way that complements your eye shape. If you need some help, feel free to send me a DM. I'll be glad to try to explain placement for you, to you, for you. Now I'm going to take some eyeliner from Urban Decay. This is the 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil. And I'm just going to use this on the inner and outer corners for a little bit more depth. Now I don't think that Jenna had to do this, or did this rather, but I'm doing it because I really like a lot of depth, and I want that contrast, y'all. Put it down here, and I'm not taking it up too high either, because I really want the depth to be on my eyelid and not necessarily my creases or my folds. But you can blend it out as far as you'd like, of course. And the pencil brush that I'm using is from MAC. It's called the 219S. Okay, so now that we've got that on there, I'm going to go ahead and get into the shimmers. I want to say it looks like it's a purple shimmer with a blue flex to it. I do have one, but I also want to add a color from this palette. And the shade I want to add is Divine. This is really pretty. Well, let's see how it looks first. It's not as vibrant as I want it to be, so I'm just gonna put it on top of the black out here, that eyeliner that I just laid down, and then I'm gonna sweep it across my crease like that. I was hoping that this would give me like a super nice pop of color, but it's a little bit darker than I anticipated. So we just gonna pop it on because that's what I intended to do anyway. Maintaining that burgundy feel, because I don't want to lose sight of that at all. I'm gonna pick up a little bit of C4 from the Norvina palette, and I'm gonna put it on top of that too, and kind of just smoke it out. The one that I'm gonna be using is Space Oasis, and that's what it looks like. I feel like it almost looks like exactly like what she has on her eye, but I could definitely be wrong. So I'm going to use these two, Space Oasis and Cosmic Cabaret. Me trying to read. So Cosmic Cabaret, I'm going to sweep across my fold. because we're getting into the shimmers at this point. So from one end to the other, this is basically going to do what I wanted that other purple shade to do, which is give me a nice little glittering pop. And I'm fading it into the inner and outer corner. So it's not stopping there, it's just fading into it. That way I don't have any harsh lines. And now I'm going to take the lighter of the two shades and I'm just going to pop that right there. Oh my god, it's almost an exact match. I feel anyway. I could be delusional, y'all. I could be. But it's got the blue flecks. It almost looks like purple, but it's got the blue flecks. And the important thing about this is making sure that all three of these colors come together. That way when I take a picture, it doesn't look like I have any stopping points. Don't be shy about sweeping this up into the orange and all those matte shades that you put down. Especially if it's not one of those heavy duty metallic shades, so it'll blend right in. Basically from my lower lash line, I'm reflecting what's up here, down here. And I'm gonna put on some lashes. The lashes that I'm gonna wear are the ones that everybody keeps asking me about. Yeah, so they're these lashes. They're called Krizz'Tina, my username, from a brand that has been discontinued. However, they are a dupe of the Miami lashes from Lily Lashes. So, ooh, I need some of my tea. So if you want to get these, just get the Miami lashes from Lily Lashes. And I'm going to apply them using the Sephora eyelash adhesive. So one of the things that I wanted to try with my base makeup today is this right here. Not me having it backwards. The NYX Cosmetics glitter primer. My good sis Aaliyah Michelle on Instagram and YouTube and TikTok says that she uses this to keep her smile lines in check. She said to use a dollop. That looked like a dollop to me. I'm gonna add a little bit more because the last time I tried this, I didn't use this much because I was thinking, you know, less is probably more. But then I remembered Aaliyah said that she's heavy-handed, so I was like, you know, let me just go ahead. So I'm gonna rub it in, I guess. And then I'm gonna prime with my usual primer, which is this right here, the Milk Hydro Grip Set and Refresh. I'm not putting this on top of the glitter glue. I'm just putting it on my cheeks. And like around my eye area, my chin, and my forehead. Mind you, I have already done my skincare, so, and my skincare has been done, settled into my face. I'm gonna go ahead and put my wig back a little bit, y'all, so we can get this started. Now, when she said she used this, when she was saying she used this, it was on a brief video, so I don't know if I'm supposed to let it sit or if I'm supposed to just go ahead with my makeup. I don't know, but I'm gonna be experimenting with this until I figure it out. So today, I think the last time I did it, I just let it sit for a second. Today, I'm just gonna go in with my makeup. Lately though, I've been wearing the Armani foundation, this one right here. This one did kind of sort of crease on me in my smile lines with the little trick. So I'm gonna try the Huda Beauty foundation instead. And the shade that I'm using is Peanut Butter Cup. A little bit goes a very long way with this Huda Beauty foundation. I have never in my life only needed one pump of a foundation. And that's as like a full coverage wearing cake face. I'm going to use this foundation from NARS. This is the light reflecting foundation. Hopefully y'all can see that. In the shade Caracas. And I'm gonna do 2 pumps because I want that coverage. Now this foundation specifically does match my undertone really, really well, especially right now. that I'm tan. Typically, I cannot wear this any other time of the year, so she is out. I'm also gonna press this right on top of my smile lines and everything else, because again, I want everything to blend in really nicely. So I'm tapping on my nose. I mostly sweep the product because I don't feel like my nose needs coverage. It just needs a little bit of the tint of whatever I'm putting on. Now we're gonna move on to the concealer, and the concealer that I'm gonna use is what I used underneath my eyebrows because I like to match. Okay, so the same 21W. And I'm not getting more product, I'm just spreading what's on the brush. For my setting powder, I'm going to use Rich Peach from One Size. Y'all, this powder has been serving me well. If I'm being completely honest, this is what I think about when I think about the fact that I'm going to do my makeup. I'm like, oh my God, it's going to match. It's going to look so good. Like, this gets me excited to do my makeup. What product do y'all love in your routine that gets you excited to do your makeup? Comment and let me know. I'm also going to take this Anastasia Beverly Hills concealer in the shade 10. This is their Magic Touch concealer. I just like to add a little bit of a highlight right up under there. I have plenty of other concealers I could do that with, but I like the ABH one specifically because, ooh, let me blend this in. I like the ABH one because it has a lot of coverage and a little bit goes a long way. When they say Magic Touch, they meant it, okay? I'm also going to take this concealer from Tula. Didn't I tell y'all I was cake face? Don't be surprised. This is in the shade 160, and this one actually matches my base makeup. So I'm going to use that one sort of as a buffer between my foundation and the rest of my concealer. That way it's not looking too crazy. I need to just go ahead and start using that Tula concealer underneath my brows as well, so that I don't confuse myself, because that's really what happened just now. That's really what occurred. I completely forgot that I've been using the Tula concealer instead of the milk one. And it's not because one is necessarily better than the other. They're both really good to me. It's just a shade. I'm going to take a Beauty Blender powder puff. And whenever I'm rubbing my little sponge or whatever I'm using in, I really make sure to go over all the little holes that they have so that it helps the powder be a little bit more even. You can also dab it on the back of your hand. And I'm just going to press it in, honey. Making sure I set everything. Look at that. Look at how it just does. It just does what it's supposed to do. I will say this. I miss not feeling like I have to switch between my Beauty Blender and another tool to put on my powder. I do want to go ahead and do a little bit of bronzing, if you will. I was really excited to try this out. This is the YSL All Hours Hyper Bronze, and this is in the shade, dang, what shade? Oh, this is in the shade number 4. Okay, it's looking real light on camera, but in person it doesn't look that light. So let me just demonstrate it for y'all so that when I express my disappointment, you understand why. I'm gonna pick it up using, this is a MAC 129 brush. I know that bronzers don't typically have a lot of pigmentation to them because, you know, they're supposed to be buildable. But as you can see here, this is a lot more cool toned on me than it is warm. And I don't know, I feel like even though this is a deeper shade, I feel like this is not necessarily meant for someone with my complexion. You know, I feel like this might be meant for somebody who is a little bit, or not even a little bit, is more fair. Because even though we obviously saw it appear on top of my base makeup, it's not really, it's giving me more of a contour feel than a bronze. I'm a little disappointed. The packaging is gorgeous. Like, it's giving rich, warm, and that's not necessarily what it's delivering for me. So I'm gonna hold on to it. I didn't buy this. This came in PR. I'm gonna hold on to it, and then maybe this fall it'll look a little different on me. I don't know, but yeah, that's what I wanted to let y'all know about that. Anastasia Beverly Hills sent me their PR box. These blushes, ooh, these blushes came out today. These are their blurring serum blushes. There are 5 shades. The shade that I already tried and posted about was this one right here, peach. Yeah, and then they have these 3 new lippies right here, or not 3, 4. I'm just gonna put on way more than I did the first time. It comes with a pointed dispenser, and it just makes it easy for you to deposit as much product as you want. Yeah, that's about as much as I put on the first time, and I did use a fluffy brush to blend it out. So I'm going to tap it in like this and just blend it on out, honey. And this is on top of a combination of wet product as well as the bronzer and all that I just laid down. I feel like it's not moving as much on top of the bronzer that I have. I'm, on the other hand, going to add some more product. 3 dots again. This time I'm putting it a little bit lower so that I can blend it out. So it looks like it is buildable. I'm not getting crazy pigmentation from this. A good swirl into a powder blush is how pigmented this is looking for me. On the eyeshadow look that Jenna did, she had matching eyeliner for her lower lash line. I want to say it looked like a dark brown. I don't think, let me look. Baby, I don't think I got no dark brown. I have to get rid of some eyeliners because I had them for too long. Yeah, I don't have a dark brown. So what I'm going to do is use this pencil. This is a creamy coal from Huda Beauty. I'm going to take this brush that I was using earlier, the pencil brush, the 219S from Matte. I'm going to start off with the dark brown that I was using. Like I said earlier, I'm pretty much just flipping everything that I've used on my upper part of my eye down to my lower lash line. Then I'm going to go ahead and switch over to this brush, which had all of my reds on it. And I'm just going to sweep it across my lower lash line. Not really being too precise with this, if I'm being completely honest, because I don't have to. Yeah, I need to pick up more orange. And I'm going to tap that orange down there, baby. Now I will say that this palette from Kaleidos that I'm using does have kickback. So if you're not a fan of that with your eyeshadows, just be advised that it does. Okay, so the last thing I'm going to do is take this eyeshadow called Starlight Sonata. And I'm going to put it right up in here, because Jenna did have like a sparkling shade down here from what I could see in the pictures. So you just gonna pop that right there. It wasn't really in the upper corner, but my eye shape is different from hers, so I'm just gonna go ahead and sweep it up here too. For my beauty mark, I'm gonna use the Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid eyeliner. Normally I'll take a little bit of alcohol and I'll clean off my beauty mark, but my alcohol is elsewhere right now. So have y'all seen that video of that dude where he took myself? It's just alcohol. That video is so funny. It's so funny. Anyway, I'm gonna use this Huda Beauty mascara. This is the One Coat Wow. You think I would know the name by now because I've been using it in a lot of my content. One Coat Wow mascara. I've been using a lash serum from Babe. I think Babe Lash Essential Serum. I've been using this. I don't know if it's gotten on my lower lashes because I only put it on my upper lashes at night and then I go to sleep. But baby, the way my lashes been lashing lately, I don't know if it's a placebo effect or what, but my lashes been lashing, honey. I feel like most of the time when people buy serums, it's because they want their lashes to grow and be long, which is kind of the point, obviously. But for me, I feel like a quality serum will make my lashes just look really nice. Like, they won't be all over the place, you know what I mean? I won't have to fight them tooth and nail. Like, lately I haven't had to do that with my upper lashes. They don't be getting in the way of my fake ones, which is usually why I wind up cutting them off. And this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills mascara. This is the Lash Sculpt. I like using this one on my upper lashes because it's thinner. And it just makes cleaning my fake lashes easier when I'm not using some super thick mascara. Ooh, the eye roll after you do your mascara. Ugh. If you know, you know. My lips are peeling today because I went through a random spurt of dehydration in my sleep. Honestly, not sure how that happened at all, but whatever. So, I'm not going to wear regular lipstick because it's just going to look crazy. We're going to put on some gloss, y'all. And I have a lot of options. Okay, so I'm going to take this lip liner. This is a dark brown. My fancy glosses are calling. They really, really are. I've been trying to make it a habit to wear these more often because I have so many of them. So I'm going to use Chocolate or Hot Chocolate. Girl. Do I even need another gloss? Do I? I don't think I do. I was going to put this on. But baby, I don't need it. I don't need it. Anyway, let's get some setting spray. Anywho, this is the final look. I feel like it came out really pretty. Y'all let me know. Shout out to Jenna for posting all those beautiful looks that she posts every single day. I love seeing them on my timeline. Y'all make sure y'all follow her. Like I mentioned, I'm gonna have everything listed down below, so don't forget to subscribe and share my channel with a friend. I will see y'all in the next video. Okay, peace. Special, just going to the store. I think I'd have it all. Tell you I have even more. Picking a plate, being a plate. She is unruly. Never seen her like this. Didn't think it existed. No, truly. Don't get in the way. She's not here to play. She'll get moved.